Hey guys, this is Krishna Solanki, and as promised I am back with a new video of standard costing. In this video we will talk about labor cost variances and variable overhead variances. So first thing in the video we will talk about the formula of labor cost variance. What is the formula of labor cost variance? That is standard cost minus actual cost. And what does that indicate? It indicates that whatever cost we have decided for labor, we have not incurred that much, or we have incurred more than that. So it will give us either adverse or favorable. Before going further, I want you to understand some basic things. When we hire the laborers, we tell them that we are going to pay them that much only. Suppose we will pay them as 300 rupees per day. So what does that mean? That means we will pay him for 8 hours rupees 300. So the next thing is working hours. Even if we are hiring the labor for 8 hours, the labor is not gonna work straight for 8 hours. He will take breaks, he will take some idle hours. So suppose he is working for 7 hours and 30 minutes. So for 30 minutes he was idle, he was not doing, even though we are paying for him rupees 300, but he has not done anything for 30 minutes straight. I hope you have understood all of this. So next we will talk about labor rate variance. Labor rate variance, that is labor rate variance. What is the formula of that? Standard rate minus actual rate into actual. We will not take here quantity because labors are can't be measured in quantities. We will talk about take hours, actual hours. I want to include one more thing here, actual payment hours. Let's break down this formula. First is standard rate. This is the rate on the basis of we decide that at how much at how much payment we will going to hire the laborers. This rate can be based on market estimations, on past track records. Okay, so next is actual rate. At what rate we have decided, assume we was going to pay 300 rupees per day for 8 hours, but we are paying suppose 200 rupees for 8 hours. So we have paid less, even though this is not good for labor, but we have to think from the perspective of company. This is good for company, we are saving cost. And why we are multiplying with the actual payment hours and not standard hours? Because by reducing standard rate minus actual rate, we will get to know about the efficiency of, even though manager I would say, or should I say contractor, we would get to know about the efficiency of that person. If we will multiply with the standards, that will not be appropriate way to get to know the efficiency. So if we multiply with the actual payment hour, overall payment hour, because we will not take here working hours, because we are going to pay for all that 8 hours and not for 7 hours and 30 minutes, because he, even though he was idle, doesn't matter the situation, he is working for us and we will pay. We are multiplying with the actual payment hours. Okay, so we are done with this labor rate variance, and next we are going to take on labor efficiency variance. Okay, so the next formula is labor efficiency variance. As the name suggests, we are determining the efficiency of labor. The formula of that is standard hours minus actual. Guess what? what we will put here? Will it be payment hours or working hours? It will be working hours. Since we are measuring the efficiency, we will put here the working hours, actual working hours into standard rate. Okay, so the next formula is labor ideal variance. The formula of this is very simple, that is idle hours into standard rate, and answer of that will always be in adverse and not in favorable, because as the word suggests, idle, the worker was doing nothing and sitting only while we are paying him, so that's why it is an adverse variance for us always. Okay, so the next formula is labor mix variance and labor yield variance. First of all, I will tell you the formula of this, and then later we will go to a question for the same. So let me tell you formula for the same. Labor mix variance, or I could also say labor gang variance. Formula for this is revised actual hour minus actual hour into standard rate, and the formula for the labor either yield variance or sub efficiency, we can also call this variance. Formula for that is standard hour minus revised actual hour into standard rate. For the sake of saving time, I have already written a question and answers of the formula, but except labor mix variance and labor yield variance, I have already given you the formula so that you can put the values in the formula and you can easily get all this answer. If you are unable or will not be able to produce the answers, then you can comment in the comment section. I will provide you the same. So as for labor mix variance, first we have to understand the questions and basic scenario of that. As you can see, there are 40 hours of working in a week. In a week we can work only 40 hours, and we have number of worker as 32 as skilled, semi-skilled as 12, and unskilled as 6. This is standard, and as you know, we have no control over the standard. Once it is decided, then we can work on actual. So as for you can see, we have 32 numbers of skilled worker and 40 hours of working. So the standard given are for 200 hours. So what should be the standard hours of skilled workers? That is 1280 hours, 480 hours, 240 hours, all that is equal to 2000 hours. So that was supposed to be for 2000 hours, but what we have done, we have produced only 1800 hours. So what should we be doing? We have to make our own standard. How we will do that? Let's go to the next page. So that was supposed to be our standard for 2000 hours, but as we have produced only 1800 hours, we have to recalculate the standard hours. That will be revised standard hours. 1152, 452 and 216. How we have calculated this? We have calculated this through cross multiplication. That means 1800 divided by 2000 into 240, you will get 216. One more example I should give you. 1800 divided by 2000 into 480, you will get 452. So that is how you supposed to calculate revised standard hour. Why we have calculated this? I have already explained it to you. Calculating labor mix variance. To calculate this, you have to understand the mix word. The mix is explaining me that
whatever the percentage of standard I have decided first, that is 1280, 480, 240 divided by 2000 is 64%, 24% and 12%. But what I have did, I have not produced in that standard mix, I have produced in my own decided mix. Let's first calculate our actual mix, that is 28 into 40, so that was 1120, 720 and 160, 2000 hours. So that the actual mix was 56%, 36% and 8%. We are supposed to produce in these ratios, but we have produced in this ratio, so we have differed from what we have actually decided. So that is the variance of mix. I hope you have understood this. So let's calculate the labor mix variance. Labor mix variance, the formula for the same is revised actual hours minus actual hours into standard rate. Revised actual hours is, first we have to calculate our revised actual hours, because as we have produced in these ratios, we have to revise our actual mix in standard ratio. So what we will do is 1280, 480, 240, 2000 hours, that is our standard, but we have actual mix as 2000. We have to cross multiply it and get a revised actual hours. That will also be same because that amount is same, so we will get as our revised actual hours is 1280, 480 and 240. What was our actual mix, or should I say actual hours? That is 1120 minus 720 and 160. What was standard rate? 3 to 1. 3 to 1. What would be the answer? So the answer will be 80 of favorable. Answer of the same is labor mix variance is 80 of favorable. If anything you have not understood, just comment in the comment sections, then I will clarify all the doubts whatever you have. So our labor yield variance will be standard hour minus revised actual hour into standard rate, skilled, semi-skilled and unskilled. 1152 minus revised actual hour is 1280 into 3, 452, 216, 480, 240 into 2, 1. So that is how you will get your labor yield variance. So as for now, I have already taught you all the formulas and application of the same. If anything is left, just let me know. I'll keep on making new videos every single week. I'll try my best. But as for now, please subscribe to this channel. And if you have any more request on anything, something new learning, if you have wish कि भाई मुझे तो ये सीखना है, just let me know. But related to our curriculum. धन्यवाद.